Hi everyone, welcome back. I've been doing some planning so that we can start to rebuild our circuit area. Because I needed to figure out how many circuit assemblers we're going to need for the final base, which will be making 500 science per minute. So I fired up helmod, and what I did is I started by putting in all the outputs that we're going to need, which are set up for low density structures, rocket control units, and rocket fuel. For each of those we need 358 per minute, plus we need half of a satellite per minute. Since we're going to launch one rocket every 2 minutes, we need half a satellite each minute. And then I also put in 500 science packs per minute. Except for the military ones, just the red, green, blue, purple, and gold. Alright, and then with that, this told me all of the ingredients that I need to make those, again per minute. So then I selected each of the ones that involve a green circuit in some way, and added those down here. And then finally I clicked on the green circuit ingredient on one of those, and then that gave me a green circuit production block with the sum of all the green circuit requirements, which are 31,222 per minute. So if we go in there, we add beacons and modules, and we are going to need 34 assembly machines making green circuits. And for the copper cables, we're going to need about 4 times that number. Because remember, we have a 4-to-1 ratio. 121. So slightly fewer than 4 times as much, but we'll set it up with 4. Now I did assume 8 beacons on each machine, but actually I'm not sure. Yes, I can do that. Okay. That says it has 7. Oh, okay. That's because I have an alignment issue here. This one has 8. One, two, 3, and 4, and then okay. Right, okay. Yeah, these beacons are not affecting the circuit machine. So I'll need to, I think once we use bots and requester chests, I'll be able to make that work. Alright, so I've been loading up this rail car with beacons and modules. Looks like we're pretty much set there. And as far as where to put it, like I said, I think, and we'll have to move the red, we'll have to remove red circuits too, I suppose. But what I'm thinking is we can put the circuit area like over here, because I want to keep this one running while I'm working on the new one. So we'll have an entrance and an exit over here off of this rail. We'll probably need a stacker. Well, let's work on the production first. We'll probably need a stacker. And I want to keep the shunt. This one here. So I could probably continue to use this stacker. Alright. So I'm going to bring material in on this rail here. That way I can continue to use this shunt and stacker there. What else am I going to have to bring in? I mean, that's really it, right? I just need to bring in plates and plastic. So all the plates are going to come from here, and plastic will come in from the main line. So yeah, so I'll leave it like this. I'll build it off of this main line over here in this area, and then I can always relocate the stacker at a later time if we need to, so that this mainline exit here is not so close to the mainline entrance here, because that's where we were getting traffic jams. All right, so let's head over there and get started. We're going to go to circuits, passenger station. Helmod was just updated. It looks like there's changes to the interface. One thing I thought was kind of cool is it'll tell you how many cargo wagons or chests you need to accommodate the quantity of material that you're talking about. So this is saying I'm going to need 20 cargo wagons per minute of copper. That's 5 trains a minute. That is insane. Is that right? 20 a minute? No. Wow. Yeah, 80,000 plates a minute. All right. How am I going to do 80,000 plates a minute? 5 trains a minute. I'm going to have to go to trains with 8 cars, I think. Then I'll only need 2.5 trains a minute. That's just a mad quantity of copper. Yeah. Yeah, and that means that I'm probably going to have to build a new smelting area. I mean, I'm sure I am. Let's take a look at this. Yeah, we're going to need 412 furnaces making copper. And right now I have 60. Oops. Yeah. So I think this smelting area is... yeah, it's not going to work. I might be able to continue to do copper here, but there's not going to be enough space. So I'm probably going to have to build separate smelting areas for copper, iron, and steel. But we'll start with the circuits, and we'll build from there. We'll start with circuits, and then we'll build back to smelting, and then we'll build up from circuits. All right. So the closest I can get here, if I'm going to build off of this line, you know, and in this case, I don't need to worry too much about keeping this shunt, because I'm going to have smelting in different places now. Because this needs to be, how much was it? 412. And that's 60. That means I'm going to need almost 7 times as much as I have now. And really 7 times is realistic, because I'm still going to need copper for the main base to make modules and stuff. Yeah. Now I can make this wider, like I have up here. Although I really shouldn't. It's more efficient if you keep it the same width as your train, so that you pull from all the chests evenly. Yeah, so this one can get a little bit bigger, but it'll have to be a much bigger operation. So, all right. So in that case, preserving this little shunt line here is not vitally important. I think what would be a great idea would be to have copper smelting run directly into the circuit area. So I'll put circuits here, and then I'll build copper smelting off of this same line, so that they're very close and that there's no other traffic on this main line, because there's no other traffic over here except for supplying the wall. Well, and I have this iron down here too, but that just uses the corner. So so we might have to expand our wall, and we can build copper smelting out there. So I think that'll work. All right, so all that being said, let's get started, and we should probably start with the rail. Now, we're going to have 34, and if we build with trains of 8, let's take a look at how big that's going to be. So I'm going to remove all the inserters and chests, and even the signals. Okay. So this is how big we want our build to be. So let's put together I'm just trying to figure out like how big I can make this. So let's just build like a prototype, and then we'll blueprint it and tear it down, and then build up again from there. Okay, get rid of those rocks. Those red rocks have a lot of stone. Okay, so imagine that we're unloading copper here. And then we're going to have some roboports. Okay, I'm not going to put all the roboports. We'll just do a few, just to space things out. Okay, and then we're going to have our beacons. So let's say the first beacon goes there. Okay, and then we've got we need 4 machines making circuits. And we'll want to use stack inserters in between. we're going to need to bring copper. Yeah, see, the problem is with the problem here is that the spacing is not good. Here, let me tear this up. I'm going to have to include extra spaces in here to make sure that we're getting the maximum beacon coverage. Now, see, now we got a problem there too. I really need to have an extra space in here somewhere. So I think what would help is if we go into a chest. And they can, I mean, they could really be wooden chests. And that way we maintain a spacing that's going to preserve the offset with the beacons. That's terribly inefficient, though. Maybe there's a better layout. All right, and then we'll have more beacons down here. Okay, so that's one idea. Perhaps not the best one. You know, and then we limit these to 1 stack each. We get a lot of extra inserters this way, unfortunately. And then we have requester chests. There, we can put copper and iron in those to feed the circuits, and then have the output there. Okay, so that's, we'll call that idea number 1. Now I wonder if there's another way that we can lay out 4 that is going to work better than that. Yeah, you just can't put 3 machines in a row and get maximum beacon coverage that way. Let's see. I wonder if we did. What if we do something like this? Well, that's basically the same, isn't it? I don't know. Let's play with it and see what happens. Alright, so now we got 4 beacons, and then and then 3 beacons. No, then these are only getting 2 beacons each, so that doesn't work. Alright, so let's stick with this idea to begin with. The long-handed inserters will not be fast enough. We could use, yeah, and I think using small belts is going to be too slow. So I think this is the build. So these are going to request copper plate. Let's say 200 each. And then we'll request iron plate. And then this will go out as long as circuits are less than screw it, we're just going to let it fill up the box. Well, no, the box is going to hold, what is it, 10, 20, 30, 40, 480 times 200, 9,600. So we'll have almost 10,000 in one box. We need 31,000 a minute. So let's just say we'll make 2 minutes worth. So we'll run until circuits are less than 64,000. Okay, whoops. And then speed modules go here. Do I need another beacon? Yeah, I need one more. Okay, so now we've got 8 effect sources. Man. I can't get 8. I can't get 8 beacons. I can only get 4 because of all the copper wire. Okay, so let's redesign this. This is only going to be 4 effect on assembler, so we're going to need twice as much stuff. Alright, so we're going to need 62. And if we do it this way, I actually want to move this down a bit. So that the circuit, I don't want the circuit assembler to be in contact with those beacons on the top. Eight, 8, and 8. Okay. Yeah, so we'll have to do it like this. And then we can put another couple power poles there, and we can throw a light in the middle. All right, so we're going to need 64, just like that. All right, so let's see how many we can put across here. Whoops. Shift right click, there we go. All right. So if I tile it like that, this is 1, 2, 3. All right, and then the provider chests are going to start here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, so we get 4. So if I do another row, okay. All right, yeah, so with another row, I'm still in range of the RoboPort. Let's see. All right. I need to borrow some of these beacons. Okay, yeah, that's as far out as the beacons need to go. All right, so let me print that again. Where are we here? Yeah, plus those. All right, so that's going to be 1 row. And then 2 rows is going to look like that. And we're probably going to need another power pole. I'll just do it the same way, just to keep it consistent. All right. And I think we're going to need more out here as well. There. Okay, so that's 2 rows. This is going to be copper. And then we should have another one of iron. Which will go there. And then more RoboPorts. Yeah, you know what? Actually, let's... I think we can move all of this closer. 1, 2, 3. Now copper, let's see. It's about 2 to 1 copper to iron. So what we could do is we could unload Is that right? Oh man. Okay, well, I guess that's better. I was gonna say we could unload 2 to 1. And I don't think, yeah, we can't move this closer by 1. That's the closest we can put the stations. Okay. But in any case, we can move this whole thing down, I believe. Yeah, we can get it a little bit closer. So let's tear this up. Right. Get this RoboPort out of there. All right. So keeping the cargo wagons. 1, 2, 3. Okay, yeah, so where I have those chests is where the first cargo wagon is going to be. So we lay the stations down like that. Of course, these will be coming in the other way, actually. So we're gonna have to move these to the other side. And I hope the alignment still works out. They might be off by 1 space. Just to make sure I get the spacing right. So that's 1, 2, 3. Engines. All right. Yeah, so they'll be coming in from that side. Is it still aligned? No. 1, 2, 3. Right, so yeah, I think right about here is a good place for the stations. Okay, yeah, we're gonna have to tear all this up. All right, but I'm gonna lay in the power poles just to check the alignment. All right, so that's engine 1, engine 2, engine 3, and then 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cars. So the 8th car is going to unload here. All right, so the last chest will be about where these are. And the first chest is going to be a little bit over. So actually, it would probably be better to move this down by 1 more slot. Let's shift this over a little bit. Okay. me see where the first one goes. Okay, so let's assume the first one is there. All right, so 1, 2, 3 locomotives, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cars. I'll just have all the chests in the middle. Okay, so the first chest is going to be here. The last chest is going to be there. Yeah, it's almost perfectly symmetrical, which is wonderful. Okay. We could move the roboports closer by 1 tile. But will we be able to get power? I wonder if we can use substations instead. Let's try it. Let me take out these power poles and see if we can find a good way to tile it. Whoops. All right, let's take out all the power poles there. I'll leave the one on bottom in case we need to change it back. And I'm going to bring some power over so that I can more easily see if everything is getting powered up or not. Okay. Yeah, I think that's the setup right there. And then we would still need another power pole here on the end. I guess we could just put another substation like that. Okay, that looks good. So let's copy that. All right, very nice. Now we can take out these roboports and we can move them slightly closer, like that. All right, and then I'm going to copy this whole thing. Let's erase it. Uh-oh, no, not, dang it. What? Oh, okay. Give me my stuff back. Okay. Now, where did we want this? Is that looks like about the right place. No, right about there. Okay, and then we're going to line this up exactly across. Like that. Okay. Since we're at it, we may as well place everything else. Meaning the loading and unloading. All right. So 2 to 1. So we might as well unload in a 2 to 1 ratio as well. There's no point in keeping a lot of extra inventory. Let me grab some more inserters and chests. So we'll set this whole thing up. All right, so in this case, I've got 2, 4, 6, 8. So each one of these setups will give me 16. Um, 16 circuit assemblers. So we're going to need 4 of those for setups like this. So we're going to have 4 4 copper trains and 4 iron trains unloading. And we'll unload like that. We'll put some lights. So let's copy this. There we go. Should I put refueling? Yeah, I guess I might as well, right? And we'll put lights here as well. I need requester chests. How many do I need? Let's do this instead. I think that will work. Will it? Or does it have to be here? I don't know. I'll try it like this. And that's... Oh. Let's put that closer. Alright, and then this is going to request solid fuel. And you know what? Let's go ahead and add rocket fuel to it. At some point I want to switch to rocket fuel anyway. This way it'll already be set up. Okay. And let's set up our roboports. How many do we need? Let's do 1 per train car. That might not be enough. Are these evenly spaced? No, I can't add more. Let's not take any chances. Let's put a full row. Starting here. Whoops. There. Ah. put another one on this side as well. There. Okay. So this, my friends, is one of 4 circuit assembly stations. So we just tile that 4 times and we are golden. So the next one, I hope, oh no, it won't tile now because it's off by 1. But that is okay. All we have to do is move this down by 1 tile, and then I think we'll be okay. Let's try that. Sorry for the long episode, but I do want to get this wrapped up. Okay. Yeah, I think if we do that, we're going to be good. Oh, but you know what? Now this side is not going to be right. It has to be spaced in. There has to be an even number of tiles in order for it to be tileable when you have rails involved. Okay, so here we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, let's try this. Let's pretend we're gonna. Oh no, never mind. That's not gonna work. All right, yeah, because here we have 4 tiles, and then we have 3 tiles, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 10. No, I think that's right. I think I might need another space in here somewhere. I think I need another space here in order to make it tileable. But let's try it. Let's try it, see what happens. All right, so that goes there. And then if I get the whole thing, except for that power pole, will it tile on the other side? No, it's still off. Okay. So yeah, I do have to put in another space. Yeah, we need a space right here. So let's blueprint that whole thing. And then pick it all up, and we're going to move it down by 1 tile. Like that. Those guys are stealing my stuff again. Okay. Now we should be able to tile it perfectly. So that one goes there. And then when we copy the whole setup, Oh, don't tell me this. Why is it still not lining up? What am I missing? Okay, we have track, roboport, beacon, space, and then 6, and then a space, beacon, space, 6, and then a space, and then beacon. I think it's because we end with a beacon. 9. Okay, so now let's put these back. I don't know if this is making sense anymore. Maybe it's just never going to work. Okay. If I do that, will it work? All right, let's try again. Right, if I do that, will it work? No. What in the name of God is happening here? That's where I had it. I had it there, did I not? One tile away. One tile away. Right? That's where they are. Oh, maybe it's the ones on the bottom that have to move now. All right, so maybe the top and the bottom need to be, can't be the same. Let's try this. And is it still tileable? Okay, now it's tileable. All right, I guess the top and the bottom have to be asymmetrical. Nope, don't do that. Not yet, please. Whoops. All right, let's get rid of this grid, because that is rather annoying to look at. All right. So just in case, let me take this blueprint again. There we go. All right, so in the next episode, I'll look for a suitable location to set this up, and then we'll get that going. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye-bye.